Traders, CHFT here from the live trading desk for the Rev Up and Review. Happy Sunday. Hope everybody's having a wonderful day. Let's take a look at the week that has been, and let's take a look at what we can look for in the future here. What I'm looking at is Monday's bar. They gave it their best to close at a new all-time high, and it failed. Tuesday, we get up in a new all-time high, and then it closes right at the previous all-time high. Now, on the daily chart, what we were fighting was the upper Keltner. Now, the reason that we're looking at it is anytime it's gone to a Keltner, there's been some pushback. So what our plan was for last week was we had to wait to see what was going to happen with the Keltner channel. Well, exactly what happened previously. It failed. Now, what could we do with this information? Well, here's the first thing that comes out. This is a perfect reversal bar off of Upper Keltner. I want to remind everyone we were still position one very, very strong. So we needed some sort of catalyst to be on the short side. But let's dive into the smaller time frames. Let's figure out what could have been done. What we were looking for was, is there any sort of catalyst that tells us that we could be looking to trade on the short side? Well, that came in. Let's look at the KISS chart. Let's look at the 15-minute KISS chart to tell us what the deal was here. Okay, so if we go to the 18th, 17th, 16th, 15th, once we flip the 15-minute into first position on the short side, there was no more looking for longs. So then what happened was we wanted to see if it started to transition into the 4-hour chart, into the daily chart. Well, price on the 4-hour chart has moved all the way down to the lower moving average, which is our 200 simple moving average. So now what we were looking for was there a catalyst on the larger time frames? Not really. What we were looking for was a catalyst to tell us to be very, very careful to the long side. Now, it doesn't really show through on the 4-hour. This is the beginning of it. But what tells us that we are no longer looking for longs is in the middle of the night, early morning of the 17th. It flips short and it doesn't look back. So because we trade the 2-minute chart with the 15-minute as the anchor, meaning we watch to see the momentum on the 15-minute chart, we execute on the 2-minute chart. Let's go to the 2-minute KISS chart, and it'll tell us what we did. Okay, here's the 18th. Okay, here's the 17th. The 2-minute KISS chart fires short on the 16th at 11 p.m. So therefore, what we're looking for is continuation. Where does it go back into position one to the short side? Chop, 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 chop. Tells us to wait. Okay, maybe take a long here, maybe win or lose. It doesn't matter because once it goes back into position one here, it's all over but the crying for the shorts. All right, so now it just continues to barrage the buyers. The sellers keep volleying supply. All right, so now what can we expect next week? I want to show one major thing, which is on the daily chart, we have a low to low trend line that is held this entire time. Next thing I want to point out is we are moving into these areas where they removed the liquidity, meaning on this side of it, they pulled the bid, they pulled the offer and made the buyers pay up. Okay, that's this level here. So now what we're watching to see if they make supply through this level, which is coinciding with the low to low. Now, go to the 4-hour chart. Another thing that we're watching is this is the first touch of the 200 simple on the 4-hour chart in a very, very long time. Now, look what happened last time they touched it. Boom. That doesn't mean it's going to come up this time. All it means is we are now locked in to watching to see what happens from this directional down move into the 200 simple. So what are we going to wait for next week? Well, we're going to watch to see which direction our 15-minute KISS chart moves. And then what we're going to do is we're going to wait for our pattern to come to us. Taking a look at news very quickly, we have very important news. Okay. Wednesday, we have PMI. Thursday, GDP, unemployment claims. Friday, core PCE price index. All of these are going to move the market. But here's the unique part about when we have a series like this. It's going to be a hurry up and wait attitude. Okay, let's wait for the next one to come out. Let's wait for the next one to come out. Let's wait for the next one to come out. Okay? So let's just be very, very nimble. Let's remain patient. Let's wait for our trade to come to us. Let's make sure we're not trading in front of these major news announcements as we're going through this inflationary period. I'll see everybody tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Eastern Time in the live trading desk on YouTube. Thanks.